Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we're going to be playing through a game that is currently on Kickstarter called Ice and Idols.
Yes, this game is designed by Mat Hanson and published by Inside Up Games, who are helping sponsor this playthrough. And in this game, we are taking on the roles of archaeologists who have discovered a sliding, shifting ice temple. We've also discovered some idols that we need to research, as well as return them to their altars.
Yes, this is an abstract strategy game for 2 to 4 players that plays in about 30 to 60 minutes. And so today, as per usual, we are going to start with a quick teach of the game, and then we'll go straight into our 2-player playthrough. If you'd like to jump around, we'll include timestamps in the description below.
Now, we do have to mention, of course, this is a prototype copy of the game, so things are subject to change in the future, so just be aware of that. If you are interested in the campaign, there's a link in the description, which you can check out at your leisure. And lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So if you'd please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for a 2-player game of Ice and Idols. Welcome to the Ice Temple.
There it is.
Now, like we were mentioning, in this game, players play as archaeologists or explorers who have stumbled upon this temple that happens to have idols sort of strewn around the floor.
And idols in this game are represented by these different tokens that we have. There are 5 different ones. There's a blue, orange, red, a pink, and a real orange one.
Yes, and this is green.
Wait, what did I say?
Red.
Red.
And so over the course of the game, our goal is to navigate around these ice ruins, trying to pick up the various idols and deliver them to their corresponding altars in order to research them or harness their powers. And at the end of the game, players will primarily be scoring points for their cubes that are on the research track, as well as our private endgame scoring conditions, and additional points for having harnessed the power of all 5 idols. And so the way the game works is, starting with the first player, on your turn, you'll be spending action points in order to take actions. And players will typically have a base amount of 5 action points to spend on your turn. And you can sort of track how much you've spent via this side of your player board. Now, there are 3 main types of actions that we'll be taking over and over throughout the game. And they are moving, picking up, and delivering idols. And so the way that movement works is we have these various tiles that are spread out around the temple. And on the tiles are various pathways. And so at the start of the game, our player pieces will be starting on the central tile here. And moving costs 1 AP, or action point, per tile that you move across. But you can only move orthogonally, not diagonally, and only along the pathways. Which means from this central tile, which will always be a 4-way, as the red player, if I wanted to move all the way to this tile, I would have to spend 2 AP moving across this pathway like that.
Totally.
Now, as another example, if I were on the starting tile and I wanted to move to this tile, I would not be able to move to the right 1, 2, because there is no pathway connecting this tile to this one. Now, one thing to keep in mind are that the edges of the temple wrap around, which means if my piece were on this tile, as an example, and I wanted to move to this one, I could move left, spending 1 AP to wrap around and enter in through this side, because there is a pathway that connects to the other side. And that's essentially how movement works. Now, you may notice that some areas may be very difficult to access or maybe even inaccessible. And so there will be other ways in which we can manipulate the board so that we can reach those areas. Now, once your piece is on a tile that is above a spot containing these idol symbols, then for 1 action point, you can choose to pick up an idol. And so in the case of this space here, my piece would have to be on top of that tile that Naveen just removed.
Sure.
I would have to choose between the 2, either the green or the brown idol. And then when you pick up an idol, you place it onto your player board on a spot that can hold the idol. And at the start of the game, each player only has 1 hand for holding idols, but as you'll see, we'll be able to unlock these idol abilities, one of which gains us a 2nd hand. And so your main goal with picking up these idols is to deliver them to their corresponding altars. And their altars will be spaces that have sort of an outlined version of the idol you're trying to deliver.
Oh, yeah.
So in this example, I picked up the green one, which means I would need to deliver this to its corresponding altar. And I would be doing so in the same way that we've already explained, by spending AP to move around the board. And once I've reached the tile that is above its altar, I can spend 1 AP to deliver the idol. And when doing so, I have two options. I can either research the idol by discarding it to the supply and placing one of my research markers on the next available space in the corresponding idol column. So in this example, I delivered the green idol, which means I go onto the green research track. And so the research track is going to be probably the main way in which you'll be scoring points at the end of the game, because at the bottom of each column are scoring markers, and they are basically the multiplier for the number of cubes that you have in that column. However, these scoring markers will be shifting throughout the game. So even though this column says each marker is worth 6 points, that might not be the case by the end of the game. In addition, when placing a marker on the research board, you'll also resolve the corresponding space. Some spaces will give you points, which only come into play at the end of the game, but other spaces, such as this one over here, will allow you to shift the scoring markers one space to the left or right. And when doing so, scoring markers will wrap to the opposite side. So as an example, if I shifted them over to the left, then the 7 points would go to the orange column, and vice versa, depending on the direction you choose. Some spaces, such as this one, will gain you an event card that you have to draw from the top and resolve immediately. And event cards are one of the main ways in which the board will shift. And so we'll probably go over those cards as we play the playthrough. But just so you know, some event cards will have us remove tiles permanently so that there are fewer tiles on the board. Some cards will have us shift entire rows or columns, etc. And as soon as the last space in an idol's column has been filled by a player's research marker, then that column's scoring marker is locked in, which means if I were to place the last cube on there, the scoring marker would get placed at the top. And now whenever players shift over the scoring marker, this will not get shifted. This is definitely the multiplier for that column.
It's like that column doesn't exist anymore.
Right. And at the end of the game, players will score 8 points for each research cube they have on this track. Now, one thing to keep in mind is there are neutral player cubes in the bottom two spaces here, and that is specific to a 2-player game.
And if it's not clear, you must place cubes from bottom to top. So what Monique did here was just a demonstration as if all of these were filled in.
Yes, that is correct. The last thing about the research board is at the start of the game, players are going to be handed 2 key cards, one of which you'll keep, the other you'll discard. And these are our private endgame scoring conditions. They basically show a combination of 3 spaces that we need to fill on the research board with our own cubes. The blank spaces can be literally any space, or they can even represent spaces that are off the board. The only thing is you can never mirror the card, but you can rotate it when placing the configuration on the board.
Right, so like this one right here, Monique could create a vertical stack of 3 cubes in a row, or if she finds that to be very difficult, she can rotate it and have 3 in a horizontal direction.
Yes, but these cannot wrap, unlike the temple board. Alternatively, when delivering an idol, if you don't want to research the idol, you can harness its power. And when doing so, you'll place the idol on your player board. And for the rest of the game, you'll unlock its corresponding power. In addition, whenever you place an idol on your player board, you'll also resolve an event card at that time, and then you'll continue your turn. These idols are going to do things such as unlocking your second hand, or providing you with additional actions that you can take on your turn by spending AP. And so as an example, when unlocking the green idol here, I'll be able to spend 2 AP in order to rotate the entire altar 90 degrees. This idol, the pink one, allows me to do the same thing, but only on a single tile. And whenever you do these rotations, it can never be a tile that has your opponent's piece on it, but it can be one that has your own. And that is for 1 AP. The orange idol allows you to spend 2 AP in order to shift a tile orthogonally to an empty space. Because as you'll see, as we resolve these events, the temple will essentially start collapsing. And this last one here permanently gives you an additional AP for the rest of the game. So instead of 5 on your turn, you'll have 6. And at the end of the game, if you are able to harness all 5 idols' abilities, then you score 8 points. And speaking of your AP, each player also has this token here that you can spend on your turn in order to gain you 1 additional AP temporarily. But it comes at a cost, because anytime you do that, on your next turn, you'll have to take 2 AP less.
Right. So if on a turn you had only 5 AP to start and you use that token, you can get 6 AP.
Yes.
Use your 6 AP, but then on your very next turn, you would start with only 3 AP total.
Right. But then the token would flip and you'd be able to utilize it again. The last thing are that each player's architect or explorer or archaeologist has their own special ability that you can utilize by spending AP. As an example, today I'm going to be playing as the architect, who allows me to spend 3 AP in order to slide my row or column of tiles 1 space. So that is another way in which we can reach areas that are difficult to reach just by moving.
Sure. Yeah, so for me, I'm going to be playing as the curator, and for 3 AP, I can swap my tile with an orthogonally adjacent tile or space.
Nice.
So in this case, I can pretty much go anywhere in these 4 different directions.
And so play continues this way with us taking turns until either all of the research spaces on the research track have been filled, or until one player has placed all 10 of their research markers. You would finish out that round so that players have had an equal number of turns, and then you go into endgame scoring. And players will essentially score points for their research markers on the board here. You'll score points for the idols if you collected them all, as well as your key card. And at that point, whoever has the most points wins. And that's essentially how you play Ice and Idols. So we're just gonna go ahead and get cleaned up, and we'll get started with our playthrough.
Okay, we are ready to go. Everything has been shuffled up. We just have to figure out who is going first.
All right, ready?
Yes. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock
Oh, it is you.
prevails.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Going first.
you're going to be going first today. You have the first player marker.
first player marker.
And if you did not join us for the teach, we have asymmetric architects, archaeologists, engineers.
Yep. I'm going to be the curator, so anytime you see green things, that's going to be me. And so my special ability is, for 3 AP, I can swap the tile that I'm on with an orthogonally adjacent tile or space. So I can kind of move things around a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice. And I am playing as the architect. And by the way, it's archaeologists and explorers. I don't think we have any engineers amongst the group.
Sure.
And my ability says for 3 AP, I can slide my row or column of tiles 1 space.
Okay.
And unlike these extra abilities, other players' pieces can be on those tiles.
Okay, very good.
Otherwise, I think that's it. Everything else we'll explain as we play the game. Are you ready to start?
Sure, I'm ready.
All right, take it away, Naveen.
Okay, so we start off with 5 AP. We do not have a 6 until we unlock this by placing a blue idol here.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to try to gun for that
I was going to
right
say,
away.
what is your plan?
I think 6 AP at the very beginning sounds great.
It does.
Okay, so the only way I can get to it, the blue idol is here.
Or here.
Or here.
Yeah, the idols exist in multiple areas.
But the return is there. So
Yes.
if I go 1, 2, 3, pick up 4, 5. Okay, I'll do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3 AP.
Okay.
Just to move down to that blue idol.
2. You're going through this path.
Correct.
Here,
Yep.
like that.
And then I'll hang out. Actually, I'll go this way, just in case things get kind of messed up.
And that's important because there's a wall here that bisects the tile.
Right.
So if you go in through this way, you can't take this other side path.
Correct. Yeah, I feel like this can get me shot to the other end.
Okay.
But if things move around, which can happen in the game.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to pick up for 1, and then I am going to just move myself back, getting closer to that blue tile drop off. So I have to spend that 1, and then I'm going to move back over here to spend the last one. Okay, that's it.
All right. So then it goes to me, and I also have 5 AP. Do I want to do the exact same thing? Maybe I'll zag a little bit, and I'll go for the brown idol. And instead of having an additional AP, I'll have 2 hands.
2 hands, yeah.
You know? So the brown idol is right here,
Uh-huh.
one area. So I'm going to move over
So 1 AP.
1 AP
2 pick up.
to 2 to pick up.
assuming.
So now I'm at 3. Thank you. I'm going to place it in my one hand. And then the brown altar is over here.
Yep.
I have 3 AP left. So I could go 1, 2, 3. I would have to go straight along this type of tile. When you're going through this tile here, you basically have to keep going in the same direction that you're going through.
Yeah, this
You
is like
can't switch.
It's called an archway.
Yes.
So it might be difficult to see, but basically, if you're going this way, you're either going above the archway.
Yes.
Or if you're coming this way, you're going through the archway.
Yes, under it.
Yeah.
So I will do that. I'm
Okay.
going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to keep going straight.
And then 3. after that.
3.
Yep.
And I think I'll just sit there,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
Because I need to move one more space to go over.
Right.
All right. That is me. So now it's back to you.
Okay. How do I get to this blue drop point? I just thought about the archway. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. You can't switch directions.
Hmm.
You could use your your token to get you to 6 AP and then swap the positions of the two.
I might do that actually.
Yeah.
That'll get me 6 AP, but then I'll just swap, right? I wouldn't
You would
actually be
swap.
able to deliver.
You wouldn't be able to deliver, but you would be sitting on top of that spot. Unfortunately, though, your next turn, you'd have only up to 3 AP, because again, that is the consequence
rub,
of
yeah.
using that extra AP token.
Right. Okay, I don't want to be limited that way, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just hang out here for now.
Okay.
So that's all my 5 right there.
That's all 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because the event cards are a problem.
Where were you? Where did you come from?
From here. So I went this path 1,
1,
2.
2.
This is a little bit broken, but again, this is a prototype.
Yes.
This would connect here. 2, 3, 4, and then 5
And
right
5.
there.
Okay, perfect. So now it goes back to me, and I can deliver. So I have 5 AP.
You do.
And so you did not use this.
I did not
Right?
use that because I know you're able to deliver.
Yeah.
Delivery means you're probably gonna mess with the board
If
by
I
doing
deliver
this,
it here.
which I think you're probably gonna do.
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't want to,
Okay, well, let's deliver it. So I'm going to spend 2 AP, 1 to move across over here,
and then want to deliver.
and then 1 to deliver. And I'm going to go ahead and place this directly
Okay, there you go. So it was a good choice by me.
onto that
Okay.
altar. So now I have 2 available hands. They have to be 2 different types of idols, though, if I want to hold 2. So anytime you deliver to your board, we must resolve an event.
All right. So
Let's see what
here
we
you go.
have.
What do we have? Shift.
Shift. Okay, so we did not describe these events during the teach. So there's basically 3 different types in the deck, one of which is shift. And anytime we shift, we're going to go from one symbol to another. And the
So
symbols
star.
are along the perimeter of the board.
So we're looking at star to meteorite.
Yes.
So like this.
Right, and we're basically going to shift the entire column of
Ooh.
where the active player's piece is in.
Yeah.
So this is really bad for me.
Because you're gonna get shifted all the way down here.
Yes,
Which
it's
is
gonna
good.
move
You're gonna
me
pick up
down.
the blue right there. It puts you right into a blue spot.
I guess so, but the blue altar is I guess that's not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
It's the same thing. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, go ahead.
So again, this is a prototype, but I'm going to go ahead and shift this over, and it's going to come around.
So everything is gonna basically slide vertical along this column.
Yes. And anytime we shift, in the future, one of the other events that we'll see are collapsing tiles,
Yeah, so-
because this temple will quite literally start collapsing around us. And anytime there's an empty spaces shift as well.
So tiles will get removed.
Yes. All right, so that is it for the event. And again, we resolved that because I delivered an idol onto my player board. And now I have 3 AP left.
So you have to move this way
if I
you're gonna
wanted to move
If you want to
across.
continue moving, yeah.
Yeah, or I could just go back the other direction. I just couldn't use this
Exactly.
this
'Cause
pathway.
the archway.
I am definitely going to spend 1 AP to pick up a blue
I think
idol,
you're picking
please.
up a blue. That makes sense.
Thank you. And now I have 2 AP left. I'm just going to start heading back in the direction of the blue altar, I think.
Yeah.
So let's just go 1,
Yep.
2.
Okay.
All right. That is it.
That was good.
Now
Well,
it's back to you.
the event didn't really affect my play, so I'm glad that gamble kind of paid off a little bit. So
Yeah.
I have 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through this archway via this direction, so that's 1 AP.
Okay.
2 is I'm going to drop this off, and I really like this this ability right here. This is basically have 6 AP from now on.
Yes, and that's effective immediately.
Immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get a 6th AP. So I'll just give myself 1 now. And then we have an event to resolve. What do we have? Rotate counterclockwise. Okay, so this entire board,
Yes.
normally you would just be able to rotate it kind of like a Lazy Susan style. Because
Uh-huh.
we're playing on a mat, it kind of drags it. So I'm just going to lift it and kind of rotate it over.
Oh, okay. It's
So
going
here we
to
go.
basically shift where everybody is.
Yeah, so we got a nice movement. Look at that. I'm
Yeah,
not
so
where I thought I
the
was gonna
grid
be.
below the tiles stays where they are.
Correct.
But all the tiles shift over. And
Look
now
how
I
nice
am
that is for
so
you.
Much closer to the blue altar. Thank you, Naveen.
Dang it. And actually, I should be at 4. I
Yes.
never spent when I dropped off. I only spent when I
you
moved.
moved, you dropped off, and then you gained the additional, so you should be at
Correct.
4.
So I spent 2 of my 6 total right now.
Right.
This is kind of interesting. It's like double archway. So if like I want to keep going, I have to just shoot through this,
Yeah. You have to just keep going straight.
which is fine to get a second blue, which.
Would you like, I mean, it's a +1.
You know, I'm going to go back this way and try to get to this one. So
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3 with a pickup 4. So that's going
Okay.
to be all 4 of mine. So that's kind of this orangish one right here.
Okay, yes, the golden.
This one will be more effective if I place it here once we have empty tiles. Once the ruins start to collapse,
Yeah,
then I
that's
can start
true.
shifting and rotating things. But as of right now, it's just going to be held.
Okay, so now it's back to me, and I am so close to the blue
Oh, it's a good
altar.
rotation,
So I'm going to
huh?
move forward 1, to, and then I'm going to spend another AP to
You're
drop
dropping
off.
it off, yeah.
And
for
of
sure.
course, I'm placing it here, and that's going to immediately gain me a
+1.
permanent AP, and I must resolve an event. Good luck to
What do we
us.
got?
Naveen.
I'm at least happy I'm holding an idol.
Wait, was I here?
Uh-huh.
This is where I started my turn?
Yep.
Wait, before can I backtrack?
Are you gonna pick up a second one?
I did not reveal the event.
Go ahead.
I just realized
Yeah.
I was already on an idle space.
Yeah.
So as if I picked up one,
So you'll just be short one. Yeah.
so I spent an additional one basically.
Yeah. So then go
So
ahead and end up back there.
I picked up an idle, I moved, and then dropped off the blue.
Correct.
So that was
and then
3.
yes.
All right, let's resolve this event. Collapse.
Collapse. Okay. Let's explain this one.
So this is the first time we're seeing this, and
Yep.
this is the way that we actually start removing tiles permanently from the board.
True.
Now, when playing this game, you're technically supposed to orient yourselves in different directions. So for this gameplay, we're going to be oriented as if Naveen is facing the
Facing
board
this
this
way,
way,
as if
and
we're-
I am facing this
As
way.
if we're head on playing.
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why is because the collapse event is from the perspective of the player as well as the player's piece.
Mm-hmm.
And so the marked off tile here is the tile that's going to get removed.
So it would be this one.
It would be this one. But if either this space is empty or if it contains another player's piece, then we just keep going clockwise to the next tile and remove that one instead. Because we can't remove a tile that has,
The next orthogonal tile.
yes,
which is that one,
orthogonal, which
right
is
there.
technically this one.
Right over that pink one, huh?
So that's out.
That's out of the game.
It's out of the game. That is now an empty space.
It is.
So this power
Which is
is
what I'm
now
holding.
useful.
Yeah, I'm holding that.
All right. So I have 3 AP left, and I think this is a different type of idol, right?
Yeah, it's the one I
so I'm
have.
just gonna go one
One.
over here, pick up for 2.
Okay.
2. So may I have the idol that you have,
Yep.
please? Because
There
it
we
is a
go.
different type.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna move over here for 3.
That's it.
That is it. And if it's not apparent, these are 4-way directional tiles, so you can always enter and exit through any side.
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Eesh,
That's
that's a
it for
good
me.
one for you, huh?
Now it goes back to we are not researching at all.
Not
We're
yet.
just like trying to
We're trying to get
harness all the power.
the power for ourselves. Yeah. So I have 6 action points now. I think we
Yes,
both do.
we
So-
do.
So the drop point is here, I believe,
For
for the yellow one. So I got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is drop. All right. I think I outlined it. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the drop. So
yes. Oh, but you have to maintain the direction.
yeah.
So
I'm
you're here,
coming
right?
in from that direction.
So you can
correct.
only move that way
Yeah.
through that.
There we go. And then I will drop this off.
Would you like the +2 bonus points or the ability to shift a tile to an empty
Hold
space?
on, let me see what I have here. This
Oh
is
yeah, that's
important.
right. The key cards.
Key card is important.
We have a lot of time to get these done, but we can't
Correct.
forget them.
You have to think about it.
Yes.
I mean, I like this ability, but I feel like I can do it a little bit later. There's only one empty space right now, so I think I'm just gonna go and turn this in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get myself the +2 points at the end of the game, plus whatever the multiplier is gonna end up being here.
Okay.
And if we put another cube here, then that locks in that for 6 points or whatever it may be.
Yes.
I have 1 AP left. I think there's nothing better than to hang out on the central space, which has a bunch of flexibility, and I kind of like being next to that.
Okay.
There we go. That's me. Back to you.
All right. And by the way, I don't think we mentioned it, but all of these idols have different names. It's actually Sapphire, Tiger's Eye, Jade, Ruby, and Gold.
Gold.
So we keep calling it the yellow,
Yellow,
idol.
gold.
But they're definitely gold. All right. So it's back to me, and I now have 6
Full 6.
action points to spend.
Ooh, you got some drops
I
to
have
be
some
done.
drops.
Oh, you
'cause
can
I
drop
have-
both.
I can.
Yeah, you can go 1 drop, 2,
Yeah.
3 drop. Oh,
That's
man.
nice. That's not bad. Let's
really
do
good.
it, shall we?
Yeah.
So I'm going to move over for 1 and then drop for 2. So this goes to a 4, and that is the
The one
Tiger's
that you
Eye.
already have. Yeah.
This
so
one.
You're definitely going to score
So
it.
I have to research, and that means it's going to go into the discard. I'm going to place my research marker here.
Yep.
And this is the symbol for shifting the scoring tokens. Now, I think I have to shift them to the left, right?
I mean,
Because I have a scoring marker on this column, and 8 is the
I don't
highest
think it's
it'll
going to
go.
sit there forever, but, you know,
Yeah, for now.
it's going to force one of us to have to make moves. Yeah, yeah. So
That's true.
Yeah.
And if you did not join us for the teach, we have these extra markers down here as neutral blocker markers, specifically for a 2-player game.
Mm-hmm.
So with my last 4 AP, I am going to move, just like Naveen pointed out. So I'm going to
Archway,
go
archway.
1 through the arch, 2, drop for 3. So I have 1 AP left, and that is the golden
Ooh.
idol.
Are you going to lock in the 5 points for both of us?
I'm going to research with this idol. So that goes into the supply. I'm going to place out a research
So
marker
you're okay.
on the final space. Now these, the shifting of the scoring tokens, that's actually a may.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm required to actually shift those tokens.
Are you gonna lock us both into 5?
I'm going to lock us both into 5.
All right.
Because, I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like getting the 5 out of here as early as possible is...
If we're both getting it, I don't mind.
Yes, yes, we're both
Okay.
getting 5, and at least I have another research marker
Yeah.
in another column right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So I don't know. That's my thinking.
Okay.
So now anytime we shift, we're going to pretend like this space is not here.
Yeah. Okay.
And with my last movement, it's kind of tricky because of these double
Yeah.
archways. I'm pretty stuck. Like I can basically try to move towards the blue
You can get closer.
if I want the blue space, but I really like the flexibility of that space. So I'm going to move back up
Okay.
here because I could always use my ability to shift, to slide
You gotta
that
spend
row
3
over.
AP to move the whole thing down.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
It's all right.
Done.
Back to you.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna take 6 to use. Definitely moving over 1
Okay.
and then picking up for 1. So now I'm down to 4.
Yes.
That is the tiger eye.
The tiger's
Is
eye.
that what it is? Okay, let's find tiger's. Oh man, where are you, tiger's eye? All right, I found it finally. Here we go. So I'm gonna take it, place it
Okay.
on my board.
Nice.
Where do I gotta drop this thing off?
Up here.
That's far.
That's it. That's far. Well, it's, they wouldn't make it easy, I guess, for us to
Yeah.
deliver. And that's why unlocking these idle abilities is really beneficial sometimes because you
Yeah.
can really get somewhere
Somewhere
far
else.
away by rotating the entire board.
I
you know?
might. So I
the
might.
jade.
I might be using the token. So if
Oh.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
With my 4 AP and then use this token to make it 5 for the deliver. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's just
Okay.
go ahead and do that. So this tracks 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hanging out.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use this 1 token
Uh-huh.
to take another action. This is gonna now hang out here because it's -2 on the next one. But I'm gonna deliver this onto this slot here. There we go. So now I have 2 hands.
Now
and
you
I
have
can
2 hands.
start doing
and
that.
You must also resolve an event.
What do we got?
Let's see where
Collapse.
you're going to bring us.
Also, it's like this. So I would normally collapse this one. That's
Uh-huh.
not the case. So unfortunately, I'm collapsing the tile that I was gonna plan on going through at some point. Oh no, I couldn't. I couldn't.
couldn't.
I
You couldn't reach
yeah.
it.
All right. So that's gonna
Okay,
be that one.
that's out.
Out.
Wow.
There you go.
This temple is looking mighty dangerous.
It's starting to fall apart.
Now,
There we go.
done?
That's it.
All right, it goes back to me with 6 AP and
You spending 3 to shift, like you said.
yeah, 3 of which I think I will use to slide my row
So this whole thing this way.
that way.
Okay. So that's gonna go to the back side.
This is going to move into the empty space.
Right.
And the empty space will also move.
Everything's gonna shift.
Everything shifts.
There we go.
So it looks like that. And that was 3 AP, so I go down to 3. I'm going to pick up twice.
For 2. So,
So,
you get
1,
the
2.
ruby and the jade.
Yes.
So
Ruby
green and
jade.
pink. There you go.
They are different. So
And
there's
then,
that.
yeah,
I have
one
one
action
last
point.
AP, and I'm on this side, so I could not move up that way. I couldn't even move this way either to come around. Oh, yeah, there's a wall. Oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah, I think you're stuck.
Oh, no.
So you're gonna have to spend 3 AP on your next one to do something about it. Or if I deliver or do something, then I can shift it. But
Oh, my gosh.
I'm also not in a very ideal spot.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is unfortunate. All right, I have to sacrifice my final AP because I have placed myself on an island.
You did.
Well, yes, I did.
It's not horrible.
That was my fault.
It's not awful.
Okay, well, it's back to you.
Okay, so I only have 4 though this time. So the easiest thing I can see I could run to is get this. So it could be 1, 2, pick up 3, and then what? I can't even shoot myself out this way, huh? So I'll go 1, 2, pick up 3. So that leaves me with just 1 left. So I get one of these gold ones into my hands. Now I do have 2 carrying capacity.
The board does wrap, but
The problem is
you would hit a wall,
a wall
so you
right here.
couldn't even move to the left.
Well, I'm just gonna go right on back here. There we go.
All right.
That's 4. Easy. So
That's
then
4.
now I get my full 6 on the next one.
Nice. Okay. I have 6, and I need to get myself off of this island. I can't believe this happened.
You gotta spend
Where?
3.
Huh?
You have to spend 3?
Yeah. Let me just see where the pink and green altars are. They're both down here.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that is unfortunate. I'm going to spend 3 to do my ability again, and I'm going to slide them
To the left.
to the left.
Another
so
left slide.
This is going to appear here.
Okay, what have you done
with
to
me in
my
it.
situation? Oh, you left me
Oh,
with
I
the
left
hole.
you. I just want you to know that I did not plan it. So
You did.
it's just misfortune.
It's just business.
But I can't say that I am displeased by the results. Okay, so that was 3,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna move. So let's go 1, 2, 3.
Nice center tile.
So center tile.
Okay.
All right, back to you.
All right, back to full 6.
Back to full 6. Doesn't that feel good?
I want to have 2, but I can't get to 2. Does this connect in here? I can't see. Is there a
No,
track?
this is not
dead.
a double.
It's
Yeah,
just a
this
corner?
is just a one. It's a corner.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, drop off for 4. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to go down to 2, spending my gold, and I will place it now onto here with this ability.
Okay.
Since the gold is marked off, you can't even score it, research it anymore.
Yes,
we know
that's
everything
true.
we need to know about gold.
Yeah, we're experts.
We're experts in
Experts
gold.
at the gold idol.
But now I have this ability with these holes. I can start shifting
Yes,
tiles
for 2 AP.
For 2 AP.
And the number of AP is the dots.
The dots, yeah,
that are right
right there,
there.
yeah.
But now you must.
I must.
You must affect the
What is
temple.
it going to be? It's going to be a shift. Okay, this is moon to sun shift.
Okay.
So we have moon to sun.
Okay.
And
where are you?
I'm
This?
there. Yeah, that's
So it's this
kinda
entire
good.
column.
Gets
Is
me
it?
closer.
Okay.
Gets me closer to
So-
another color.
I'll remove that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3,
3 and that one.
4, and
then
then that
this
one
one comes
finishes off at the very back end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now again, this is a prototype, so
Yep.
the final, copy of the game will have different sort of tiles that'll slot into the board.
Right.
We're just doing sort of casually.
Yeah. Well, since I have 2, and this kind of passively brought me here, I'm going to go 1,
Okay.
and then 2. Pick it up.
Pick up the blue.
Pick up the blue.
Okay. Well, the blue altar is over here, just
Very
so you know.
far. Very far.
All right, it's back to me with 6, and I'm in a good position to drop off the pink one,
Okay.
basically. So I'm going to move down for 1, drop off for 2. So now I'm at 4. And do I want to put this here now? This allows me to rotate. Oh, this allows me to rotate a tile.
Yes, as long as somebody else is not on it. It's a good ability.
That is a great
I
ability.
want that
I'm going to do
ability.
it. So I have to resolve an event, though.
Okay.
Please.
Please
Be
don't
kind.
hurt me.
Okay,
Collapse.
collapse. So again, I'm looking this way. Wait, no, that's the tile I wanted to.
You
that
play a
is the
dangerous
tile
game,
I
Monique.
Wanted to.
I want that also. I was right next to it.
avert.
That hurts me too.
Oh,
I wanted the green ability.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that was 6, right? So I moved 1, dropped off for 2. So
Uh-huh.
I do have a total of 4. Okay, I can still slide. I can still slide for 3. And I'm going to slide everything down 1.
you are bringing it down.
I'm bringing it down because I need to drop off
Sure.
the jade idol.
Yeah, you're right there.
So I am right there.
And look it, there's no pathway for me to get in.
Yeah,
Stinks.
it's nice. So now I'm going with my last AP. I will drop off the jade idol. And as tempting as it is to place this here, it is plus
Plus
2
2
right
points,
there.
yeah.
So I'm going to research it.
All right.
And researching is the name of the game. This
Yeah,
is
you-
also
you
the
get
end
points.
game
Yeah.
criteria. This is going to be scoring me plus 2 points at the end of the game.
And because 5 is locked in, it's a minimum of 6
Yes.
points now at this point.
It's
And you
true.
can make it better.
Yeah.
So,
All right. That's
yeah,
not bad.
that
I like
seems
it.
pretty good. All right.
All right, back to you.
Well, things have changed. Blue was accessible.
changed.
I was gonna try to pick up the green and then go this way
Yeah.
and move down to get to the blue, but now that's kind of a dead spot.
For now.
I'm gonna do a simple turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna just take this track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then
Okay.
drop off for 6, and this is all connected.
4, 5.
So
Okay.
all of it,
So all of it. And
every
you're
last
dropping
one
off
of it, the blue
blue
to go and
to
research
research
it because I already have
to
blue
get you a
locked in.
bonus 1.
Bonus 1.
All right.
There it
Interesting.
is.
Interesting.
That's-
Interesting.
That's me.
All right. So then it goes back to me. I was making sure my key card is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to score it, honestly.
Good.
But I have 6 AP. I'm not holding any idols, but I can make it back to this tile. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm on this
You're down
side.
to 4,
4,
5.
5. So I'm picking up 2. And I have one last action point to spend.
Which one is second color
It's
besides
green
jade?
and tiger's eye.
Tiger's eye.
Jade and tiger's eye. Please. And the tiger's eye is up here.
There you go.
So it is going to take me some time to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But at least I have them in my hand. Oh, I have one last action point, and I do have this ability.
You gonna rotate something?
If I the thing that's interesting is if I rotate this tile, I can now move
A different way.
that way.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But
But who wants to do that, right?
I just don't really know if it's going to get me that much closer to where I need to go.
Okay.
So I'm just going to move down for 1.
Okay.
So that's it for my last action point. All right, back to you.
Okay, 6. I'm glad you didn't rotate anything.
Why?
Because I want this tile also. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go 1,
I should rotate
2,
it.
3, 4, 5 pickup. So I also have the green and the tiger's
No.
eye. What? You're hating?
I am hating.
All right. Okay. So that's that.
Okay.
And then how do I drop this off? Well, anyway, that was 5 of my action points. I should mark that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come on down and just hang out with you over here for
Okay.
6.
You're chasing me.
Yeah.
Well, we already know. I already said I was going to drop off that
Green.
idol. So 1, 2,
Drop 3.
3. So this goes to 3. I'm dropping this off, and I'm actually going to place it onto my board
Ah,
so that I can now rotate the entire temple.
It
That is
costs
such...
2 APs to do that.
It is 2 AP, but that is a really strong ability. Okay,
what do you
let's
got?
resolve the event. Collapse.
Collapse.
So it is supposed to be this tile, but it's already empty. So it's
Yeah.
going to be this one.
Yeah, the blue.
So this is out. That is out.
A little bummer.
Okay. So I just need one more. I need that gold idol. But I do have 3 more AP. So I'm going to spend 2 AP in order to do the fun thing. I'm going to rotate the entire board
you're rotating.
clockwise.
This
so
way?
Naveen, yes, please.
All
Do you
right.
mind?
No problem.
Doing the honors?
Let's see if I can not ruin this for us. There we are. Look at that. That's perfect.
Nice. Okay.
This is
so that was 2 AP.
fine.
I have 1 left.
I'm okay with this, I guess.
Yeah, you just have to go
Yeah.
this way. Then I'm just going to move over 1 space. So just move into here.
hanging out.
Just hang out right there. It gives me some flexibility.
Gold.
Okay, back to you. Oh, hold on. If I move down, I could. Oh, no.
No.
Never mind. Never
No
mind.
cheating.
Back
All
to
right.
you.
So 2 AP. We're going to go 1, 2. We have a way through this arch
Yes.
into here. Make it 3 to drop off. So
Okay.
half of mine are gone.
What are you going to do with it?
If I do this, I'm 1 away from the full 8.
Yes.
And I need to track that with you. And I kind of like this ability.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I like that. That's
I'll
my
do
favorite
it. Yeah.
ability.
All right. So we're gonna do that. We're
Okay.
gonna take it. Event. Rotate, count.
No, clockwise.
Clockwise. Oh, clockwise. Okay. So we are gonna.
Where is that going to put me?
I don't know. So here we go. You are probably closer to gold, honestly.
The gold.
Yeah. You got to
okay.
shift some things though.
Oh,
What
that
does
was
that
great.
do for? What does that do for me? Does
I
that
don't
do
know.
anything good?
That does for you, but that definitely brought me closer because there was no way at the time. So thank you.
Oh. Okay. Well, okay. I'll do this then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 1 through this arch, 2, and then I can go 3, and then I'm gonna spend my token to be 4, so I can drop off this the tiger's eye.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 1, 2,
Uh-huh.
3, which is all of it.
And
I'll
then drop
spend
off.
this because I know you're gonna do something,
Yes.
so I might as well be the one to do it.
Okay.
So we'll drop off this last
Uh-huh.
one. That's out. I've already had this full, so I'm gonna go ahead and place out a research marker.
That's plus 2 points.
which is
to
plus
you.
2 points, and it's right now it's valued 8.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens at the
Well,
end.
I'm going to try to close that out.
One more will go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be 2.
Oh, you have one.
multiplier on my 8.
What am I gonna do? You know.
All right, are
It is
you
what it
done?
is. Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's do it.
You're gonna do it?
Let's implement. Let's
Yeah.
execute the plan. So where am I? Here.
Yeah.
So this is 1, 2
Yeah, I'm glad I
3
got in there then.
to drop off the tiger's eye.
Right.
So this goes down to 3, and I'm researching, of course.
Of course.
I am going to have to resolve an event. So let's do that.
Ah,
Thank you.
it's locked in, huh?
Collapse. So we're collapsing that.
It's gonna be
the,
this one.
Huh? No, this one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The blue
Sorry.
one.
I'm on your same tile.
So that is out. Nice. And now that this entire column is filled, we have locked in the 8-point scoring criteria for that column, which is great news for me.
Because you're 2 to 1.
Because it's 2 to 1.
So that's straight up 8 more points.
That is.
I got to do something. Yeah.
All right. I have 3 more AP. And as a reminder, the game will end as soon as one of us has put out all 10 of our cubes or once all of the spaces are filled.
Yeah.
So
It would not be good if one of us put out 10.
yes, it would not be good.
There's not enough spaces for 20 cubes.
Right. And at that point, we would finish out the round.
Right.
So you still have equal number of turns, but we'll see.
Yeah. How many cubes do you have left? 6?
I have 6.
Ooh, I have 7. That's bad.
That 2 hands is really helpful.
I do have 2 hands. I'm just not utilizing it.
Well, for my last 3 AP, this feels like a waste. It's probably a waste, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Waste is good.
I'm going to use my architect's ability
where are you
and
sending us all?
slide the row.
Everyone's sliding over.
Yeah, where everyone's sliding over. So that's going to go there.
Oh,
Ah!
my body.
We
Your
have a
body, actually.
casualty.
That's your body. There you go.
And then this one
To the far end.
goes here. So that is where you will begin your turn, Naveen.
You know, I like that.
You do?
You saved me a whole AP. So I'm going to go. I have only 4.
You have only 4. Oh, that was
so I'm
precious
going
to
to
you.
go 1, 2, 3, pick up the pink that's below it,
Okay.
which is the ruby.
The ruby.
That's all 4.
That's all
right
4.
there. Yeah. So this will come back. And
Okay.
then we mustn't forget to pick up said ruby. So there we go.
How are you playing that?
It's going to end up here.
It goes here.
Okay. On my next turn, I'll recharge it.
All right. So it goes back to me. And when using this, you can increase to 7. We just haven't been
I've
doing
done it once, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did do it once.
Oh, okay. Well, the whole reason why I did that is so I could spend 2 AP to go 1 and pick up, because I do need that last
You
gold idol for
do
the 8
to get
points.
the full 8.
So I've picked that up. I have 4 AP left. I have to get over here to drop that off. Oh my goodness. Then I'm going to spend 2 AP to rotate the entire board
Oh,
counterclockwise.
counterclockwise?
Yeah.
So
that's
this way?
1, 2.
Come on, Monique.
Yes, I hope I did
I don't know what, I can't.
abstract math properly. I did.
No, for me, I'm saying mentally, I can't picture what you've just done.
I wanted to get onto the pink spot, but I felt like this is the least expensive way to do it.
Oh,
So now that I'm on
just
top
there?
of that
Yeah, that's good.
space, I'm going to spend an additional AP to pick up the ruby
Ruby.
idol. And where is the altar? Over here?
Par.
It's far. I will move just one space for that 1 AP. All right.
All right. What have you done, Monique?
I moved the entire temple. It feels very powerful when you shift or you
I
rotate.
have that
the
ability.
entire
What
thing.
am I doing? Why am I not using it?
Yeah, you can use it too.
Okay, but I can't picture where I'm going to end up if I do this.
You just look at the relative position of the tiles. So if you're here, you're gonna end up here, or here.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
What does that do for the actual getting over? All right, instead of rotating things,
Yeah.
there's this Y shape here. I'm just going to go orthogonally adjacent. 1.
Oh, you wrapped.
Yeah, 2, because this is the archway.
Uh-huh.
And then 3. Oh,
Yes.
actually, before I do that, let's go 1.
Okay.
Let's pick up a blue.
Oh, nice. Yes, yes. That's
1,
2
2. We're going to go 3, 4, drop off the ruby
for 5.
for 5, and we're going to do that.
Why don't you keep track of that just in case? So you
Yes,
have
so
1
I have
AP
one
left.
Yeah. Okay. And then now I've completed this, so I will get the 8 points. You're going to do it, so it's kind of a wash, let's be honest.
Well, you must resolve an event.
Yeah, hopefully it puts me where I want to be.
It won't. You're gonna collapse.
It won't.
Okay, so you're here.
Oh,
So it'll collapse that
that
tile.
one goes out.
All right. Fewer and fewer spaces.
I kind of wanted to go that direction. That was a problem.
So you have 1 last AP.
I do. That was a problem.
Altar. The altar is here.
Yeah, that was the way. There was the way to get to it.
Well, you have unlocked all of your abilities.
It's
So
true.
this is super useful now because you can shift. Now it is 2 AP, so you have to
Correct.
use this, but you can shift tiles onto empty spaces.
I could. For my last AP, I need to find another way out of here, so I'm just going to rotate this a solid 90 degrees, which is my
Oh.
ability because of the ruby that is placed.
So
right
it's
there.
this ability.
Yeah, so that was my last AP.
You haven't been using your curator's ability.
I probably should have
Yeah.
at some point.
This is a really useful ability. You just do the adjacent
I
swap.
think I'll try to do it eventually, but
Okay.
there you go.
So now it goes back to me with 6, and I would love to drop these off. So the altar's here, and I'm next to the gold one. So let's just move over 1 and drop off for 2. So 1, 2. This is gonna get placed here. I need it.
Did I just open that up for you?
Did you?
Did I just open that up for you? I totally did. Oh boy. Oh well. All right.
Oh, I didn't even realize
Yeah, I
it. That's
messed
so
up.
funny.
I was like,
planning
oh,
on
how am I
sliding.
going to get out?
Thank you.
And then I opened it up for you.
Nadine. All right, I have to resolve this event.
All right. Hopefully,
I have completed
hopefully
the
it shifts
idols.
something in my favor.
Yes, it does shift. I don't know if
shift.
it's in your favor though.
Sun
It
to
shifts
moon.
this. Oh,
So all of this moves over.
yeah.
That's kind of in my favor, ish. 1.
Oh, because it gives
2.
you a
It gives me
center
an out.
tile.
Yeah,
it gives you an
it does
out.
give me an out.
It's in
you're
both of
still
our favors.
you're still fine. Yeah.
Because it actually brings me a little bit closer.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm gonna move 1 and drop off the pink for
that costs
2.
2.
So 1, 2, and this is
Ooh,
gonna.
you have a lot of cubes.
I'm gonna research.
You have more cubes than I do.
I have more cubes.
problem,
Oh,
yeah.
on the on here.
Correct.
So that was pink. I have to resolve an event.
Another event.
what that is.
Oh, don't ruin my thing. Come on.
Rotate counterclockwise.
That sounds.
So,
Oh
Can you
man.
imagine where we're ending up?
I
think on the brown.
know where I'm gonna be.
On the tiger's eye.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess I could use my curator thing to
That's really good.
rotate me.
So I already spent the AP for dropping off
Yep.
everything, right? So I'm gonna pick up the tiger. Oh no, tiger's eye is useless.
It's useless. You don't want it.
We don't want it.
It's already on your board, and it's already been max scored.
Okay, so ruby, jade,
literally-
and sapphire. That's it.
Yes.
Let me just see what my key card looks like.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. All right, for my last 2 AP, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna go 1, 2.
Okay.
That's it. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, actually, do I want to spend? No, yeah, that's it.
Done.
Okay, back to you.
All right. Well, if I want to drop this blue off, I'm gonna have to use my curator, which is
Okay.
3.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to do that. Dang it. Which sucks because look, it gives you the out right here. I don't like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's swapping with an orthogonally adjacent tile or,
Or
space. So you just swap with the empty space.
Correct. And then I'm gonna get rid of this or research blue, which is
Okay.
great. I've maxed out blue, So I'm going to be
maxed out
7
blue.
times 2.
That's right. Would you like to shift the scoring parameters?
I would like to not do that.
Okay.
So I'd like to
place
max out the
a
7
cube
times
here.
2. There we go.
And now this
That
is
feels good.
this is final.
Okay.
So there's that.
That seems good.
All right. You have more?
2 more. So gold we know is done.
Yes. And
well,
so is sapphire.
So is sapphire.
It's kind of a relief,
All
honestly.
right. So we're going to
so
go
far.
1, pick up 2. There we are.
Okay.
Okay.
So then it's back to me. I have 6. I'm going to pick up a ruby
Yep.
idol, please, for 1.
Did I say sapphire?
So
I meant
go
a ruby.
2, 5. Yeah, we understood. And the ruby altar is here, right? So
It
can
is.
I
No,
get
it's
there?
not possible.
It's not possible. 1.
No.
Why?
Oh, yeah. 1.
If I do this,
Oh.
I could move it 2, 3, 4.
5. Drop off
5.
6.
Oh, I would have to use this. Maybe it's worth it.
Do it.
Let's do it. So I'm gonna go. Oh no! We are on this side of this, right?
Oh, yeah. We're on the arch.
We're on the arch, so we can only go straight.
Oh, yeah. If that's the case, remember, I shifted this over and I walked over, so I'm technically like this.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Which is not good, actually. That's really bad.
Well, I think I can still do the same thing. So I'm gonna move down here for 1.
Okay.
I'm going to shift this tile over using the gold idol ability. So it costs 2 AP. So 1, 2.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna move it over like that. And you can move the tile that has your own piece. Then I'm gonna go 1, 2.
Okay.
So that's the last
old-
2.
the old
And then I'm
drop
going
off.
to spend this for one
Yes.
last AP
Sure.
to drop off the idol, to research it. So I'm researching the pink idol and
It's shift 6 or 6. It's the same difference.
yeah, I'm not gonna be
just move on
shifting.
from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. All right, and the
Ah,
reason
boy.
why I spent that was maybe I needed that space for my key card. It wasn't
score that?
ideal, but
Are
I
you going
think
to score that?
I think I am gonna score it. I think just maybe I will.
Just might, huh?
All right, back to you.
All right. Well, I have a full 6, and by you shifting that, I do
Yeah.
have a way back. So I'm going to
Okay.
go 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop off is 5.
Okay.
So that's 5 down to 1. I will research,
All
and
right.
we're
well,
going to
you
lock
get
that in.
An additional bonus
I will get
point.
an extra point.
That's
yeah.
what that means.
So that's
plus
6.
1.
So basically, if we do the next 3 green, then
Yeah.
that'll be game.
So it's just green, or it's a race for the jade idol,
Yeah.
which is here.
I need to get 2 to 1.
And where's the other one? Here. These are the 2 pickup spaces. And we
Yeah.
can't pick up 2 jade idols. That's the thing.
No, it's going to take a little time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I'd like to just be at the dead center space as things get manipulated. I
Okay.
can figure it out.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I have 4 AP. And like we're mentioning, this is now a race to the jade idol. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go 1. So I have 3. I'm going to utilize the ruby idol ability, which lets me rotate a tile 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So I'll rotate it like this.
That costs another 1.
So that's another 1.
And then you'll walk on.
I'll walk on.
and pick up. Oh,
Forward.
what a play.
1, and then 1 more to pick up the green, the jade idol.
Man. Now it's like away from me. Oh, no, I can go. I can go 1, 2, 3,
Or
pick
just
up.
go up there or something.
It's not possible there.
Okay.
So we have a full 6.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, pick up 4. So
Okay.
let's
You're
go
on
ahead.
this side though.
I am on that side, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have that in my pocket, and
Uh-huh.
then that means I have 2 left. And for my last 2, let's just rotate the entire board. I
Oh,
have this
okay.
ability. Let's go ahead and rotate us.
This entire board counter clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. Oh.
Let's see if this does anything.
Wow.
me.
So we are now
we're here.
next to the jade altar,
Close
but
to,
still.
yeah. So I'm
still
on this
can't get
tile
there.
with you here.
Interesting.
That's me.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to do us both a favor. So I have 6. I'm going to slide the row.
whole thing
I'm
over?
gonna slide the whole thing.
All right,
Because I would
so-
like to get to,
We're both on this one.
yeah, I would like to get to the altar. And I'm thinking of myself, even though it's going to benefit you.
Okay. Well,
As
I don't
well.
know. I think there's an event coming up that's going to cause problems for me.
Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah.
the next research marker space
Yeah.
is an event.
Right.
So that is 3.
3, drop off
Drop
4.
off for 4. And then this is going to get placed onto the research board.
Come on. What am I
Boom.
looking for? I'm looking
The
for
resolving event.
I'm looking for the one that makes you get rid of a tile.
Wow. Oh, the collapse? Rotate
Oh,
clockwise.
clockwise. I just did all this
Oh.
work for us. For me.
That is so
Dang it.
funny.
Oh, look how much closer you are to this thing.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
Which side of this are you on? You're on where I'm at, right?
I'm where you are.
Okay.
So,
So you're totally in your right to go there.
no, I think we were on this side.
Oh, on this side?
Yeah,
Like this?
on
Yeah.
like this.
Going that way, right?
Going that
Okay.
way. Okay, so that's that. I have 2 AP left.
How am I gonna get out of here?
So I'm going to. Oh, I can't use this because you're on the tile with me.
Perfect.
And honestly, I think I'm just gonna sacrifice my last 2 AP because I can't move off of this space because I can't move over here. There's a wall, and I can't move in that direction because we're on this side of the tile. Plus, these don't allow me to utilize them if you're on the same tile as me.
So we're going this direction, correct?
I think
yeah,
so.
I think so.
From what I remember.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but that's kind of where my memory's at.
Okay, so I have 6,
Yes.
and I think I'm going to use my Curator 3 AP ability. I
Okay.
am going to swap. Now, there's no restriction because we're on the same tile.
Yes, because it's your
And
character
there.
ability.
So that's 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
So I'm down to 6. Then
You
I'm
have
going to
three.
go 3 from 6 to 3, sorry.
Uh-huh.
And then it's going to be 1,
Uh-huh.
2, 3, and I'm going to turn in this token.
Okay.
To drop it off.
To drop it off.
Because maybe I'm able to score this thing. There we go. So there we go. No shifting,
There's
of
no
course.
shifting.
Yeah, so that's that.
All right. Well,
so-
you made things easier for me as well. I wonder if I could just end this now.
I needed this, so I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
All right. Well, I think I can end it probably. I'm already on the tile with the Jade Idol.
Yep.
May I have it, please? So I'm down to 5
Yep.
AP. And then I'm just going to move 1, 2, 3.
Drop off.
Drop off for 4. And
that's a tough one.
that's it.
Dang it.
So that ends
The game.
the game. And that's it because you finished out the round so that players have had an equal number of turns, which means the game ends with me.
Yeah.
And now we go into final scoring. Are you ready?
I guess so. Yeah, it's not
All right.
looking good.
So first things first, we both have 8.
We do have
Right,
8.
we
yeah,
both scored
each,
the
yeah.
8 points. Let's score our multipliers.
Okay.
So you are green.
So I have
So you're
14.
going to get 14
Plus
plus 8,
eight,
so 22,
22,
plus 6,
28,
plus 6,
34.
34, plus 5,
39.
39.
So 39 plus 8 is 46.
7?
No, 47. Yeah.
So now it goes to me, and I have 16 plus 18. 16 plus 18, what is it, 34?
34.
Plus 12, 34, 46,
Plus
5, 46, 51?
51. So
51.
51 to 47, huh?
51 plus 8.
Oh, okay. 59.
59. So 59 to 47, but there are also some bonus points here.
There are.
So you have plus 2,
So 49.
49. Plus 1,
50.
so 50.
52.
52, and then
53.
53.
What do you have?
Do you see any?
I think
where
the
I
last
am?
one on the green was
This one?
for sure.
Oh, this
On
one?
the green, yeah.
So plus 3, what was that? 59? So 62.
62.
Oh, and I have a plus 2. So I have plus 5 total. Okay, so I think it is currently 64 to
Yeah.
53. I
Yes.
hope we did the math right.
I think
But let's
so.
go ahead and reveal our key
Go ahead.
cards.
Yeah, what do you got?
I have this configuration,
And you have
which
a way.
you can rotate, and I think I
Oh, you did
did
it?
it like this.
Oh,
So
did you?
it's these two and
yeah.
this. So plus 10. So what did I say it was at?
So you're 74.
So 74. 74 is my
yeah,
final
you're
score.
good. Now you're good because I did get this. I did it. No rotation necessary.
Oh,
so,
okay. You
1,
did it the
2,
right
3,
way.
the right way. So 53 goes to 63. So
Well, there you go.
There you go.
That was Ice Nettles. Good
yes,
job.
well played. You did it. Yeah.
I mean, some of it is unpredictable because you never know with the event cards which way the board is going to rotate, which tiles are going to collapse.
I
all that
struggle with
stuff.
the spatial. So like rotating certain tiles
Mm-hmm.
into a more favorable thing for you is something that I struggle with in this game and in abstract games in general. So I think I made some mistakes, definitely rotating tiles, especially at the very end there, just putting you on top of the end game trigger. It's pretty bad on my part, but what can I do?
It's definitely a
Yeah.
mix between strategy and spatial, so
Yeah.
you have to kind of combine both. Now, again, we were playing the 2-player game, which means these spaces were blocked off. In higher player counts, you'll have more spaces for the research track. You'll also have additional cards in the event deck.
Yes.
So our event deck was specifically catered for the 2-player experience. And if you'd like to play a quicker version of the game, you can play the game where you start off with all of the idols already on your board, which means from the get-go, you already have all of these abilities
yeah,
at your disposal.
you're just trying to score.
Right.
Well, there you go. That is Ice and Idols. This game is currently on Kickstarter, so if you are interested in the campaign, there's a link in the description, which you can check out at your leisure. If you have any questions about anything you saw here, feel free to leave in the comments, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you found it helpful. If you'd like to see more like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.